Hello, friends. Are you ready to get ready to celebrate in 2024? Tonight, I'm going to be using the Watercolor Melon stamp set and the Most Adored pattern paper. Both of these are celebration items, and they're items that you can earn for free in January and February, which is super exciting. I'm going to talk about all that tonight. Plus, I have a fabulous card to show you, some techniques to show you, lots of tips and tricks, all sorts of good stuff. Before I get started, a big welcome. If you are here and watching live, welcome. So glad you're here. Go ahead and leave me a comment. Let me know that you're watching. Hello, Karen in Florida. Glad you are here. If you're watching the replay, special welcome to you as well. I love that you guys come back and watch the replay later. That is awesome. If this is your first time here, welcome. I hope that you will hit that subscribe button so that you come back again next time, which is going to be tomorrow, because this is going to be almost a full week of lives as we get ready to celebrate. And I show you all different cards using different celebration items. Hello, Sharon and Angelique. So glad you guys are here. I am Heidi with Onigo Stamping, and I help those who want to reconnect with their inner creativity, who want to be artistic, but maybe are a little bit stuck. I help you do that with lots of tips, tricks, and ideas to create beautiful handmade cards and gifts using rubber stamps, ink, and papers. All right, I'm going to make my work surface a little bit bigger so we can get started and start talking about this stuff. Hello, Kimberly and Sharon and Heather and Dana. All my friends are here today. Yay! And Emily. Oh my goodness. And Kathy. I'm sure I'm missing people. So I love the stamp sets too. It is so cute. It has this kind of watercolor look to it. It is a two-step stamping set, which means that you have different stamps to create different parts of the image, which makes it super easy to get multicolored images. It's my favorite type of stamping. So I have that. We're going to use that tonight. We are also going to use the Most Adored pattern paper. And this is this beautiful Flirty Flamingo in Real Red pattern paper on one side. And then, check this out, on the other side, it is white and gold. Isn't that gorgeous? This is what we're going to use today. I'm going to show you a fun technique using this white and gold side. So both the pattern paper and the stamps, you can get free with a $50 order, or if you want both, just place a $100 order. Celebration starts next week, Thursday, and I'm going to be live every night through next week, through Thursday, to share different celebration items so we can really see what is all there. All right. So tonight I have some of that Most Adored paper. I have it on the white side, and you can see it has these beautiful gold accents to it, which is so pretty. I'm going to use the new brayer. This is going to be in the new upcoming mini catalog that also starts on Thursday. And I'm going to ink this up. Now I'm using my glass mat. This is like, I don't know, it's called like Glass Mat Studio or something. It comes with a glass mat. It comes with a fun chamois cleanup thing. And then this thing, which is like this tray. I'm not going to use this tonight because I want my full surface, but this will stick to the glass mat. You can fit little Stampin' spots in these little holes. And then this is going to be good for like doing some watercoloring and things like that. I'm just going to set that aside for now though, because I want to pull out my paper right here. I'm going to grab some ink pads. I should have gotten these out, but I hadn't. I'm going to grab some ink pads. So I have some Old Olive, Granny Apple Green, and Lemon Lime Twist. I'm going to start with the Lemon Lime Twist. Usually like to start with the lightest color first. And so the sprayer, let me show you this real quick. This is the sprayer. It has a hard rubber roller on here for rolling ink. It has kind of two sides. So you'll see on this side, it has these, they stick up. It's got these metal bits that stick up. This is so you can set it down, and it's going to hold the brayer surface up off your surface so you don't get ink everywhere. But when you go to use it, you want to turn it over, because that's how you're going to get, you're going to be able to roll. If you do it this side, you can't roll because you're going to hit yourself. You're going to hit the paper with these metal bits. The words are not coming easily tonight. So anyway, so I have this turned over so that those metal bits are sticking up. And I'm going to ink up just one side of this. And you just want to roll this a few times so you get ink all over the whole thing. And then I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to open up my Granny Apple Green ink. And I'm going to ink the other side. So I have Lemon Lime Twist over here. And I'm going to roll this side in the Granny Apple Green. Again, just rolling it a few times. We're going to come back to this in just a minute, and I'm just going to take this and I'm going to roll it right on my paper. All right. Now, you do have to go a couple times just because there's only so much ink, right? And there's only so much ruler surface. So once you've rolled all the way across once, that's where you're going to start getting these lighter lines, but that's okay, because all I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here, I'm going to grab that lemon lime twist again. I'm going to ink up the left side with the lemon lime twist. I'm going to ink up the right side with the granny apple green. When that's nice and inky, I will come back on here. I'm going to start on the other side this time. And I'm just going to kind of roll that all over and just get that nice and inked up. Now, you could also do this with a blending brush. The nice thing about the roller, if you're trying to get a really deep, dark color, it's going to go a little bit faster. All right, I want to do this one more time. I just feel like it just needs a little bit more. So I'm going to ink it up again. Just come in here. Just kind of roll that all over. There we go. So there we have two colors. We have the lemon lime twist and the granny apple green. I'm going to put the lemon lime twist away now. Oops, we can set this the right direction. I'm going to put the lemon lime twist away. And now I'm going to ink up the left side with the granny apple green. And I'm not going to worry about cleaning this in between. They're basically the same color green. This granny apple green is a little bit darker, so you don't have to worry about it so much. If you're going from a dark color to a light color, you would want to clean off the brayer in between. Now I have the old olive. I'm going to go on the right side with the old olive and ink that up. And then we're going to come in here and just roll that on my paper again. And I'm just going to grab a little bit more old olive. And there we go. So that gives us a nice colored surface. We can make that any color we want. Now, I have ink on my clear mat. That's okay. This is not a problem. I'm going to close up my ink pads for just a minute. And I said that the clear glass mat comes with a chamois. I've just wet this with a little bit of water. I'm going to use this to clean off my brayer. So we'll just wipe this off. You can also just take this and run this under your sink if you want to, but I know me, I will end up, I'll end up like dropping paper on it, right? So I'm just cleaning that off with this little pad. And then I'm going to come in, I'm going to take my chamois and I'm just going to wipe off my glass mat as well. Now, the nice thing about this glass mat, this is an exclusive item, okay? Right now, it's not available. Nobody can get it right now. But starting Thursday, when you join Stampin' Up, which is always an amazing deal because you get to choose $125 worth of product for only $99. But starting Thursday in January and February, you also can get this glass mat for free. So you haven't thought of your brayer in years. Yeah, I know. So I'm excited to have a brayer again. All right. So I have some pretty green paper here. I'm going to set this aside. We're going to do a little bit of, let me see. I'm trying to think. What do I want to do first? Let's cut some letters first. This project has kind of a whole bunch of little steps to it. So I have some Flirty Flamingo paper, and then I have a piece of adhesive sheet. This is a bigger piece. I cut this down. This is 3 inches by 5.5, I believe, which is going to fit my Flirty Flamingo. So I'm just going to lay this right on top. And we'll just peel off those backs. And this is going to help me turn my paper into sticker paper, which is going to make this easier down the road. You're going to see. I'm going to make it so much easier. All right. Ooh. Peel those off and just push that all down. There we go. And now I'm going to grab the mini alphabet die set. This is going to be in the new mini catalog as well. What I did not realize when I got this, I thought it was all going to be separate dies. It is not. It is just 3 dies. For some reason, my camera is not focusing, but you can see it's one big die with all the letters. And there's a couple double letters, like there's a couple E's and a couple A's and things like that. And then you have your special characters in 2 other dies as well. This is about 3 inches by 5.5 inches, which is why I made that the flirty flamingo. So I'm going to pull out my cutting plate. We're just going to lay this on here. And I'm going to lay my die on there. And then I'm going to cut this. So I'm going to go run this through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I believe this will fit in the mini machine too. I've not tried it. Maybe another day I will try that. All right, so this, we now have a whole heap of letters. And I want to spell out a melon. So I'm going to grab an E. I'm just going to take these out because I'm going to show you what I do with my bonus extra letters. Sometimes if you just drop a die on your surface, those the die cut pieces will just pop out. All right. Where did I put it? Where did I put it? Here it is. So I've been using this alphabet a lot. And you always end up with extras, right? Because it cuts the whole thing. So what I have been doing is I have been throwing them in a die case, in a stamp case, because you can buy bonus stamp cases. And I have been just throwing them in there, and hopefully I will use them at some point. I don't know if I will, but I figure at least I can save them. Maybe I will. All right, so I want to spell a melon. I'm going to pull out the letters for that. And then these letters, I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to pop them in here. And then I have a whole bunch down the road. I don't know. I might just have to do a whole project with just letters. We'll set that aside. All right. So we have our letters that are going to spell a melon. And now we're going to do a little bit of stamping. There we go. So I have a piece of basic white. And this basic white is 4 inches by, well, it's 3 7/8 by 3 3/8. And actually what I'm going to start by doing is I'm going to adhere my letters to the bottom of this, just so that they get lined up in the right area. So I'm going to add a melon to the bottom here. Whew. Now, Sale-A-Bration and the new mini catalog start next Thursday, but there's a whole bunch of deadlines happening next Wednesday, because anything that is retiring, which is most of it, from the September to December mini catalog, it retires on Wednesday, and then it will be gone. So if there's anything from that catalog that you still want, make sure you grab it soon, because stuff is starting to sell out. There are some great deals to be had as well. I don't want you to miss those. So that's one of the big things for that's Wednesday. They don't overlap at all. Sale-A-Bration does not overlap with the previous mini catalog at all. So kind of gotta do 2 orders. I mean, twist my arm, right? All right. Pop these letters on here. The other thing is that I have a couple classes and product shares. All of those have a deadline of Wednesday as well. So if you want to get a sample of all of the pattern papers and the embellishments from the new mini catalog, make sure you sign up for a product share. I only have a few spots left, so don't miss out on that. That you have to be signed up by Wednesday. I also have the January card class. We're going to be using the Sending Love, I think it's called Sending Love, stamp set. You're not going to want to miss that class either. So make sure you sign up for that by Wednesday. All right, here is the biggest wish stamp set. I'm going to use this. If you notice, the Watercolor Melon doesn't have any sentiments in it. So this is a great way to just grab some sentiments. It's a nice big sentiment set. And we have a melon on there. So above a melon, we are going to stamp thanks with some old olive. So here's my old olive. And I'm just going to come in here and stamp thanks. So it says, thanks, a melon. Yeah, I'm funny, I know. And then I'm going to grab some lemon lime twist and I'm going to stamp some leaves on here. Just to kind of fill in the background a little bit. There we go. And then I'm going to grab some scrap paper. And let's see, I need some scrap white, which I have a bunch of. It's just hiding. Here we go. I'm going to use the old olive again. And I'm going to stamp a big watermelon, a whole watermelon in old olive. Just like that. Oh, I kind of missed the center there. I'm going to grab my foam, my piercing mat. Sometimes when you're using the photopolymer stamps, it works really well to have the piercing mat underneath. That's going to help you get a better impression. So there we go. All right, and then I have another little scrap here. I'm going to grab some Flirty Flamingo ink, and I am going to stamp one of the little slices in Flirty Flamingo. So there's the top bit. And I'm going to stamp the bottom bit, the rind, in old olive to match our big piece of water, our big watermelon. There we go. And then I'm going to grab some pecan pie ink and we're going to stamp the seeds in there. Now in my sample, I stamped the seeds towards the bottom and I was kind of realizing, I think watermelon, the seeds are more like towards the middle. So I don't know, I'm going to stamp them in there. There we go. So there's our seeds. The fun thing about the full watermelon is that you can use the modern oval punch to punch it out. This was in the September to December mini, and it is carrying over. Still can be available to get it. So you can punch that right out with that. Super easy. There's no punch for the rest of it, so I'm just going to fussy cut this little piece, but it's really easy. I just think it's fun that you can use that punch to punch that. Now don't go anywhere because after this card, I have 2 or 3 more cards that I'm going to share with you. A couple more sample cards to show you. Whew. All right, we were going over things that you have to register for by Thursday. The last thing was the Valentine's mystery craft box. If you haven't registered for that, the last day to register for that is Thursday as well. So lots of good stuff going on. I don't want you to miss any of it because there's so many great ideas and so many fun projects. All right, I'm going to use my multi-purpose glue, my green glue. We're going to glue on my big watermelon here, and I'm just gluing this flat. Just like that. And then I'm going to grab some Stampin' Dimensionals and use those for my little watermelon slice. Put those away before I lose them. All right. Then we're going to start putting this card together. There's my slice up there. Isn't that cute? Now, to pull out that gold, because remember with that pattern paper, we have all these gold elements. I grabbed some of the More Dazzle Designer Series paper. And I'm, let's hope this is strong enough. Maybe going to use a little bit more glue than normal because this paper's kind of weird. All right, so we're just going to pop this on here. This is 3.5 by 4 inches. And we just get that little bit of gold dazzle right around the edge. I think it's so fun. Then I have a piece of old olive This is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I'm just going to take it and fold it in half on that score line. And I'm going to add my pattern paper to the front, that most adored paper. And this is just going to cover up the whole front. Give us a really pretty card front. There we go. And I want to put this on with some Stampin' Dimensionals. And that's going to be the end of this card. So pull these off. Oh, there we go. And this just goes right on the front. Isn't that pretty? It sparkles. It's, yeah, you can see how it sparkles. So much fun. Thanks, Melon. Just a great, fun thank you card. Let me show you my bonus cards that I have to share with you. The rest of them I use the pink and red side of the paper. So this one, again, I use those same mini alphabet dies and just cut out the So Sweet. And I added the watermelon to it and used some of that plaid most adored paper on there. So really sweet. After that, I have this one in Flirty Flamingo. I grabbed a sentiment from the Share a Milkshake stamp set. Life is sweeter with you, which works really well with this, right? Added some of the hearts from the most adored paper in the background and just made a really sweet, simple, maybe a Valentine's card, right? Valentine's Day is going to be here before you know it. And then this one I made a while ago. You might have seen this if you saw one of my unboxing videos. This is using the Lighter Than Air Designer Series paper. And this one, I stamped the watermelon in Lost Lagoon. So it's kind of a different color scheme going on there than the other ones. So isn't that fun? Oh, Janet, you just got here. You can definitely watch the replay. So those are my cards that I have to share with you tonight. I will be back tomorrow night. Don't forget, I'll be back tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, I'm going to be using the Softly Sophisticated stamp set and embossing folder and the Softly Stippled pattern paper. So I have some really pretty, elegant cards, very different from these cards that I'm going to share with you tomorrow night. So I'll be back every night through next Thursday, 8 p.m. I hope to see you all back again tomorrow. I hope you have a fabulous evening. Bye-bye.